Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Sci-Freak. Sci-Freak chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at it, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a...
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind...
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself, and it seems we're headed in the right direction.
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. For it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Low on health. Good for whatever ails you. Great shot. Right where it cuts. You're half dead. Handy. Feeling buff. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Injured. The world wants to change you. Toxanol built vessels called arcs to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single arc they left behind that we know other arcs traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The Wheeled One is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the Wheeled One before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin the legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an... It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look... There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the big... He says it has taken you a long time. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the... Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the You're such a good child, so you probably... The potato... You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter... The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to come... Only time will tell. You need to support the tree for a... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal... He's grateful for all the help he can get. Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 20... One... But... Now that you've... One day, the land won't be as... You can already see the effect. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong... He lost you. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life. The tree started to die when the end... The genetic evolution that occurred... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide. a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to... His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Googlide are all... Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the... You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.